Welcome back, guys. My name is SenorAsssHat, and today's topic is going to be broken bones. I seen this on a video that another motovlogger did, and it kind of made me want to talk about it. I'm also going to have a lot more topics that they touch on that I want to talk about as well. So broken bones, me personally, I have only broken, well, never broken, but I have fractured bones, which isn't necessarily as excruciatingly painful, because if you've never had a broken bone before, it fucking sucks. So I fractured my thumb, and how that happened is I was at school one day, we were fucking around on the ice, we were pushing each other on the ice, and what happened was I was trying to run towards somebody to push them, and I slipped, and I landed on my thumb. Like, my thumb was like this, and I went like that, and I landed on it, kind of like crunched in, and I didn't feel it, because from the ice it was kind of numb, like that numbing feeling you get whenever you fall on ice. But I noticed I couldn't move my thumb, and that kind of made me a little worried, because of course not being able to do this is kind of freaky. But yeah, you could push as hard as you want, you could not get that to move at all. So I went to the office, and as soon as I got into the office and my body started warming up, it just hit me like a brick shithouse. Like the nausea that hits whenever you do something to your body that causes a huge amount of stress, like your body goes into shock essentially. So I had a small amount of shock, and I mean I was only like 10 or 11 years old at the time, and growing up I was hugely addicted to computer. Like 90s stereotype of computer man, that was legit me. I would sit home all day and I would play nothing but RuneScape all day. RuneScape, if anybody knows what that is, an online art MMO, and it's still going today strong, and I still play it today. So yeah, I sat home and I tried to play it, and naturally I broke the hand that I used the mouse on, so I had this fucking metal splint on my thumb that was holding it in place so I couldn't, bend it and hurt it more. And do you have any idea how awkward it is to use a mouse in a splint? Because you're like, I'm all gimped up and shit, couldn't use the mouse really. It was just a bad time. And actually, recently, I broke my wrist over in that, right over there, that parking lot, or the basketball court actually. Me and Dale, you know Dale's from previous videos, we bought stilts, or high risers or whatever, and yeah, I was chasing after him and I fell, and I mean, you're legitimately about 5 or 6 feet in the air, right? So, actually, yeah, you're probably over 6 foot, because your head, it adds about 3 or 4 feet or whatever, so I fell and I broke my wrist, and where I work in a call center, as you guys tell from earlier videos, basically I couldn't use my wrist, and it was this wrist, and it's always this wrist. I'm right-handed, and I could not move my mouse. I could not play Xbox, full arm cast on. It was the worst ever. And the thumb in the thumb cast there, you can't move your wrist or whatever. I actually wore that down by doing this, so I could actually move a joystick with this hand. So I had that cast on for about 6 weeks. That was one of that like what is it, like paper mache sort of shit. So I had that, and then I actually got a hot pink fiberglass cast, and I remember it so well because one of my favorite bands came to town, Children of Bodom, and basically I was in the front row, and I was moshing with people as I had my cast on, and I was legitimately staying like this on the speaker moshing, because of course it was getting so soft from the moisture, and if you get it wet or anything like that, it just falls to shit. So yeah, I was moshing with it, and I had not really a meet and greet, but I went out backstage after, like around back to their tour bus, and I met them. I got them to sign it, and they saw me moshing in it, and they were so surprised. They were like, dude, well, they're Finnish or Norwegian or whatever, so they have the accent, but they were like, dude, you are fucking awesome. You were there moshing, I saw you the whole time, and you were going harder than anybody. And I was fucking screaming, I was yelling, I was moshing, it was amazing. So, I've never broken my legs, never broken anything on my legs or my arms, my shoulders, my collarbone, neck, ass, dick, whatever. I never broke any of that. So it's only been my thumb, and my wrist. And it was the worst time ever because they both hinder me from what I like to do the most. I mean, if I had a cast on, I couldn't ride my motorcycle, and of course, now that I'm heavily into motorcycles, that would be kind of the downfall instead of playing video games, right? So, yeah. So the question for you guys is today, what bones have you guys broken, and how did it affect your life of day to day, whether you are a gamer, you're a swimmer, you're a golfer, a tennis player, whatever it affects you to do, I want to hear it. And whoever breaks the most bones wins, I guess. I don't really know what you win, I guess, but you win. So, hurrah! Alright guys, so my name is SenorAsssHat. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it in the comments. So definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with your friends, and I will see you guys next time.